all eyes will be on Lending Club, which was the first company in the industry to go public last year, and also the largest in the industry, now with a market cap of about $6.7 billion. Joining us today is the Chief Executive Officer of Lending Club, Renaud Laplanche. Hi, Renaud.
Hi.
And Renaud, thank you very much for matching colors with me today. I didn't anticipate
Thank you. Well, I think technically you match color with us.
Exactly. It's the other way around. So Renaud, tell us a little bit about where you see the industry today and your place in the industry. I mean, it's clearly burgeoning, clearly new entrants every day, but you're still the big behemoth. How do you stay really relevant and really fresh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Lending Club is lucky to be the market leader, and we've actually sort of extended our lead over the rest of the industry over the last few years.
At today's Lend It conference in Midtown Manhattan, former Treasury Secretary Lawrence Summers spoke to us about the importance of the new lending economy in his keynote address. Hi, Mr. Summers, how are you today?
Good to be with you, Janet.
So Larry, you spoke a great deal about the importance of the reduction of risk, that technology in the new lending economy would help reduce risk, reduce frictions. Can you tell us sort of what you view as the most central factors that help reduce risk in that economy?
I think the reduction in risk comes from a few things. Ecology and experience teach us that resilience comes from diversity. And a financial system with more different types of institutions is going to be a more resilient financial system.
So, your stock has been on a tear ever since you announced earnings fourth quarter last month. You handily beat earnings expectations. You announced a $1.2 billion share buyback, and you even increased dividends. That's making shareholders everywhere very happy. Can you tell us a little bit about what underlies that superb performance that you demonstrated last month?
Sure. Obviously, the business environment doesn't change in a quarter. We've been doing our transformational activities over the actually more than 3 years. And all these actions we put in place start to deliver eventually. And what we promise is delivering. And Street likes it. Investors like it. When you promise something, you deliver. That has been probably the 14 success story.
Hola, soy Janet Álvarez con Negocios al Día. El presidente Obama participó ayer en una cumbre con congresistas republicanos y demócratas en búsqueda de un acuerdo sobre su plan de reforma sanitaria. Los republicanos rechazan el actual plan y buscan comenzar las negociaciones desde cero. El titular de la Reserva Federal, Ben Bernanke, testificó hoy por segundo día ante un comité del Senado. Bernanke declaró que algunos bancos estadounidenses pudieron haber utilizado instrumentos financieros conocidos como derivados para ayudar a Grecia a esconder gran parte de su deuda nacional. Flat income and spending figures released Tuesday are yet more signs of lackluster consumer confidence. But getting consumers to spend may be even harder than it seems. Consumer spending and personal incomes unexpectedly stagnated in June, creating more uncertainty about the economic recovery. While gloomy job prospects have reined in many consumers' pocketbooks, Mesirow Financial Chief Economist Diane Swank believes there's more behind the lack of spending confidence.
Well, there's no question that, part of the deterioration in consumer confidence is also everything from this oil spill in the Gulf and seeing that every day to the stock market volatility and the feeling that you're not only is your home value not rising in prices and in value anymore or not regaining what was lost during the recession, but that your 401k is deteriorating. And many of those factors can...
Shares of weapons manufacturer Taser surged today amid strong third quarter results. Here to talk earnings with us is Taser CEO Rick Smith in Phoenix. Hi, Rick. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Pretty well, thanks, I bet. I mean, your stock was up over 10% today in intraday trading. Would you tell us a little bit about what was behind this strong surprise to the upside?
Well, I think we've seen the tipping point occur in our wearables and cloud business, where we make the wearable cameras and a service called evidence.com for law enforcement agencies. And we've just continued to see surges in new order bookings, following some of the events that have happened. They're obviously driving a lot of need for wearable cameras for police.
So the insurance industry has undergone a spate of consolidation lately, and AmTrust Financial has been no exception. The $4.6 billion casualty and property insurance giant recently closed several acquisitions, helping to boost its stock price. Here to talk about his company's recent earnings and acquisition strategy is AmTrust CFO Ron Popoli. Welcome, Ron.
Nice to be here.
So Ron, congratulations again on yet another quarter of outsized earnings. You beat the street handily in the fourth quarter. Tell us a little bit about what was behind those outsized earnings. We understand that there's been a trend recently towards consolidation in your industry, and then that's played a role in your earnings as well.
I think as it relates specifically to our series of outperformance related to the consensus of the street is it's our ability to continue to execute on a differentiated strategy within the property and casualty industry where we focus on niche products within much larger segments of business or lines of business. And I think
Buenos días y bienvenidos a TheStreet.com Televisión, reportando en vivo y directo desde el Nasdaq. Yo soy Janet Al-Saad. Hoy estamos con un invitado muy especial.